We are different flowers coming from the same garden. As each one has blossomed and moved on, they all left a piece of their heart in my life. We are sisters, aunts, brothers, uncles, cousins, or simply a collection of God's gift to the world. Our faith has kept the family together to complete our happiness. The day began with tears and joy. It was the day I was getting confirmed. A day I had waited for and had carefully prepared for a long time. I was going to receive the Holy Spirit. This will be my guidance during my lifetime, just like my sisters and brother have been. I was not alone in this day. Family members made the journey stretching from the East Coast to the Midwest. I remember the house was packed of children running, playing, and being menacing as never before. Adults heading one way, the other, and back again were trying to get the place ready before the guests arrived. It was a long night on top of the long day. However, it was a memorable night. At the end of the long day, in the basement, a last piece of memory was taken. The strong bond that holds us sisters together before each one headed back to their usual life. All of us are together now, I replied to myself. Matilde, the oldest sister, is at my right, looking very exhausted. I look at her like my second mother, the leader, the role model. Being the oldest always comes with many responsibilities, one being to watch over the rest of your siblings, and she had done exceptionally. She was the first one to leave the nest. Matilde has formed her own family. She got married and has 2 boys, Dino and Junior, which came in later. The good thing about her is that she only lives 4 houses away from me, so she still keeps an eye on me. At the corner of my left eye, I noticed my second oldest sister, Melania. I can still remember her last words before she left to New York. Always keep your head up no matter how hard life is. Those words filled my ear and it touched my inner soul. She also has her mini family, her husband and her only son, David, who is, by the way, my favorite nephew. Following the sequence of sisters comes the sweet one, Magali. As I stared at the camera, I started to think how much I miss her. She lives up north of Minneapolis, and every time she comes over, I do not want to say goodbye. It's like she takes away my other half. She's happily married and has 2 little boys, Randall and Elliot. I could not forget about Ruth, the smiley sister. Her smile kept me out of the dark caves of life and into the sunshine. At that time, she was still with me, but now she has found 2 people in New York who she shares her smile with, her husband and her daughter Caitlin. My brother Wilmer, the one and only brother I have, the one who just hangs around. I always wonder how does he feel to be surrounded with 5 sisters. The only thing he says is, God gave me 5 sisters and I am blessed to have you all. The person who is not in this picture, but she's still walking along with me, is my little sister, Tanya. The last sister, she is the spoiled and cute one. The most wonderful words she once said to me was, I admire you. I asked her why. She said, you always wake up ready to learn, no matter how many hours of sleep you had. The future generation is in the front row. Nephews came part of me, and each one reminded me how wonderful their mothers are. I am in the center in the white dress, the older sister to my brother and my little sister. I am their motivation and inspiration until I decide to live my own life too. I am the reason why God gave us a chance to unite once again. I felt satisfied. Tears came rolling down my cheeks. I did not want this day to end because it meant that each one was taking off. The only thing that consoles me is this picture. Before I went to sleep, I prayed and whispered, all of them are a gift to my heart, a friend to my spirit, and the golden meaning to my life.